Good evening. The former manager of a care home in the Black Country has been jailed for 5.5 years for trying to steal an elderly resident's life savings. Jamiel Slaney Summers, along with the owners of Amberley care home in Brierley Hill, plotted to claim £175,000 from the 85-year-old woman using a fake will. A BBC investigation has now found that concerns have been raised about Slaney Summers more than a decade before the fraud was uncovered. Josh Sanderford reports.
Jamiel Slaney Summers on camera here in the office of Amberley Care Home in Dudley. Alongside Graham and Lynn Walker, she was found guilty of trying to defraud 85-year-old Rita Barnsley out of her life savings. The trio had drawn up a dodgy will using felt-tip pens and different coloured handwriting. The BBC can now reveal concerns were raised about Slaney Summers more than a decade ago.
I was horrified, absolutely horrified, and you get to thinking, why is this woman still employed when she did what she did?
Alex Cooper-Kite worked under Slaney Summers at a care home in Worcestershire in 2014. She was targeted by her former boss and later awarded £33,000 for unfair dismissal and disability discrimination.
She should have been investigated, the multiple complaints. That they must have had her on the radar, on the system. Why didn't they do nothing? She was about to get away with all her money. That angers me. That really angers me so much.
Julie Collette also worked with Slaney Summers at a separate care home in the Black Country. She says she too raised concerns.
If these care homes, previous care homes, would have stopped this, reported it to CQC and moved forward with it, this woman would not have ever been allowed to get to the point that she did.
And it might not be just care homes. Council investigators are now considering other claims against Slaney Summers. They involve pet scams and a firm advertising Botox-style treatments.
So this is all the evidence concerning the Amberley care home case. It's about a year's worth of investigation.
Kuldeep Maan led the Dudley Trading Standards team that helped to prosecute Slaney Summers. He says his team is now hearing about allegations that go back as far as 2008.
Well, I've been doing this job for nearly 20 years, and this is the first case where my phone, since conviction, has been ringing non-stop. I think I receive daily calls from somebody new. They're either telling us of a complaint that they're aware of, a victim that they're aware of, or their own experience at Jamiel.
Jade Just and her mum Sarah say they were scammed by Slaney Summers into buying a dog with health issues.
I thought she was very, very manipulative.
Yeah.
She came across very, very plausible. It wasn't until, following and things didn't start adding up that I realised she wasn't who she said she was. She betrayed our trust.
The regulator, the Care Quality Commission, said it doesn't have any legal powers to investigate individual complaints. A spokesperson said,
"This is a deeply concerning case and shows how important it is for providers of social care services to have in place robust measures to root out financial abuse and keep people safe."
West Midlands Police added there were no ongoing investigations into Slaney Summers, but it would review the matter if new evidence was presented. Passing sentence, Judge John Butterfield described Jamiel Slaney Summers as someone with a complicated relationship with the truth. He said he was sure that she was the driving force behind the creation of Rita Barnsley's fake will and jailed her for 5.5 years. As she was taken down, some in the public gallery were left in tears. There were people hugging and comforting one another in the public gallery. Many of those there had no involvement in this particular case. They said they'd encountered Slaney Summers previously and wanted to see her face justice. Now, there are two other co-defendants in this case. They are Graham and Lynn Walker. They've also been convicted of fraud, and Mrs. Walker was in court to learn her fate, but we heard her husband is currently in hospital and too ill to be here today. It means they'll be sentenced together at a later date. Josh Sanderford, BBC Midlands Today at Wolverhampton Crown Court.